So I'm just wondering about, so the kind of idea that life is all illusion or a dream, and then how to live in it without becoming disconnected from it.
Yeah. So the first thing to say is that, yes, if you want proof that life is but a dream, all you have to do is die. You don't even bring a credit card with you. All your relationships, your loved ones, your hated ones, your boss, bang. You discover at the moment of death, hopefully a long time before that, what everyone discovers at the moment of death, this is the reason why they're so frightened, is that it is actually not real. That's one thing. The second thing is, and this is the answer to the question of how do you not become indifferent? Just look around you. Just look around you. People are living their lives, pursuing happiness. That's the right thing to do, pursue happiness. But if you don't know these very fundamental things, what happens? In the pursuit of happiness, you create suffering. Just look around you, look at them mess. Even your friends, even especially your friends, they have no idea. Chasing is the example that's given, which is quite like in Tibet, there are these huge prairies, and I've seen some photographs. It's quite amazing looking stuff, There are these huge prairies, but in the summertime, there's no streams. The streams have dried up, So the deer can be seen running to exhaustion because they see mirage in the distance, right? And so they run after, because they're dying of thirst. They run after, and of course they collapse and die. That is the situation for most people. Pursuing the mirage. It is sad, They miss the whole point. They miss what's behind it all. They miss this wakefulness. And the fact that, does that help, Maren?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Rather than become indifferent, you actually become quite, what's the opposite to indifferent?
Attentive.
What'd you say, Cecily? Attentive, yeah. And at the same time, because you become freer from grasping, right? Because you understand this illusory nature, right? Because you understand that, you become freer and freer of grasping yourself. So you're better able to help people. Your actions aren't clouded by grasping. I think I've opened a new can of worms here.
Can I relate to what you've been watching and give an example about why being attentive or paying attention came to my mind when you asked the question, Lauren? It was how to live in it without it being disconnected, And okay, I could say my arthritis is just an illusion. I could say that the vertigo I get because of arthritis in my neck, I could say that that vertigo is just an illusion. But if I go on like that and pretend that's irrelevant, I end up using my phone, looking down at it, wrecking my neck and wrecking my fingers. I end up spending too long looking up at Martin because he's a hell of a lot taller than me. And when I do that, I get dizzy. So it's like, I don't know whether that's making sense to you or not, but it's like,
I think what you're saying, Cecily, is your problems don't go away. You still have all these problems. But because you can see and because you're not grasping, you're in a better position to do something about it. I think what you're saying is very good.
Because there's a saying in the teachings, though my actions are, or though my view is as vast as space, my actions are as fine as grains of flour. Now, that means you see the nature of things, but it doesn't mean you have to be nitpicking. It means you're just there, you see, and you pay attention. And the interesting thing about the grasping aspect, I used to be thinking, I have to answer whoever's email. And I'd spend ages trying to, and my neck, this happened to me at Christmas, I spent a whole evening trying to answer an email. I won't say to who. Anyway, I spent a long time, and because I was struggling, there was grasping and everything in it, and it didn't come out so clearly, and it just caused other problems for me, and as it happened for the person I was emailing, and even somebody else. Now, instead, I realized, this is something that I can't really do to any extent. And instead, I wait until there's an opportunity when I can sit down at a keyboard and see clearly and really, and I found even that I can speak into and record messages that come out as typed messages, So I'm finding solutions, and that I think finding solutions comes more when you're not trying too hard,
When you can
when
see
you're not
more,
trying to make an impression, or
when you can see more clearly. This is my definition of wisdom, So this, you're abiding in wisdom. You see, normally, where are we abiding? We're abiding in our thoughts and our concepts. That's where we live. That's normally where we live. Here, when you practice meditation, you're abiding more here. Not out here. You can see all this. Do you understand? This is what I'm trying to communicate. You can see all this stuff, but you're not in it.
Martin, hear me?
Yeah.
I heard a big one that I thought was good. You're saying that things are illusory, not an illusion. That we're not hallucinating, but just that things aren't as they appear. Like the nature of them is not as they appear. So I can't remember where I heard that teaching, but I thought it was good. Illusory, not an illusion, but illusory.
Yeah. Again. Okay. We go something else. I think that's okay, Marin. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Now,
it's all different pieces of the puzzle. So
okay. Is it okay if I make this video available to people? I can cut you out if you like.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, because I think it'd be helpful. I think it'd be very helpful.
Can I ask about feeling? Because you just said it. Yeah, because slowly I'm getting out of my head and into my body. So I'm trying to discern between feeling. Is feeling a mental state like my thinking?
It is.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
But is it a better one? No.
No.
Oh, damn. Oh, well, I'll keep trying then.
See, there's a key thing. The key thing, what I'm trying to get across here, it might not be possible for me to communicate this, but I'm going to have a go anyway. Okay. The key thing here, you see, is awareness, not what you're aware of. So here in the meditation, we're resting in awareness, not in the objects that arise. We're sitting back and allowing all this, you understand, without getting involved. So whether it's a thought, a memory, an emotion, they're all still there. We're not denying them. We're not categorizing them even into good and bad. All we're doing is we're resting in this wisdom that sees.
So it's not a feeling.
Not, no, it's not a feeling. As a matter of fact, this, it can't be described.
Yeah.
Even the most enlightened masters can't describe it. Although, this quote from Nushil Kempo has a go at it. I put it out in when I send out the email. You know, I put the quote into it. But it talks about it. This is what it talks. Will I go through this? Okay. So it says profound. Why is profound? Let me do one line. I'm famous for this. You know that there's one when we were doing Nundro. There was one line that says, "This free and well-favoured human birth." Just one line, you know. And apparently I spent at least one night just on that one line. So I'm famous for dragging these things out, okay? So here it says, profound and tranquil, free from complexity. So when you're resting in this awareness, it's profound. Why is it profound? Because it's not involved. It's very deep. It's not on the surface. Tranquil. Why is it tranquil? Because it recognizes that whatever appears is an appearance, not something substantial. That's what allows the rest. If these thoughts were real, we'd have to do something about them. By simply relaxing in uncontrived awareness, when we don't get involved with the thought, what happens? You've seen it yourself. It just poof, I think was the word we used to use. Poof. Tranquil. Free from complexity. That goes back to Emer's thing. It's so strange to think how simple it is. Nothing to be done, nowhere to go, no state to sustain, no, you can put in a pile of no's, okay? Uncompounded luminous clarity. I think that's a bit too big. I don't want it to go theoretical, okay? Uncompounded means basically that it's not made up of parts. It's basically your uncompounded. Anyway, let's leave that for a minute. Okay, uncompounded, luminous clarity, luminous. It shows everything. It's like a light that shines on everything and shows you. It's not darkness. It's the reason why we don't sit with our eyes closed. And not darkness. It's luminous. Everything is there. The thoughts are there. The vertigo is there. The pain, your arthritis pain is there. That annoying dog barking next door is there. It's all still there. Luminous. It's all shown. Clarity. Just clear. Now, you have to be careful here. When you hear this word clarity, you're inclined to think, oh yeah, very crisp, you know. If you're dull and stupid and you know it, you're clear. It's that kind of clarity. It's not a clarity that's again, I can come back to it, okay? Then it says, beyond the mind of conceptual ideas. This is the one you're having difficulty with, I think, Emer. This is beyond the mind of conceptual ideas. It cannot be trapped by any idea. It is like freedom itself. This free and open natural state. It cannot be captured by concepts. So you just give up. And you relax. You cannot force it. It's something natural. It's your natural state. And then he says, this simple wakefulness. No, he didn't say that. I'm putting in the simple wakefulness. This is the depth of the mind of all the Buddhas. This is what the Buddha discovered when he sat underneath the Bodhi tree. This is what brought him enlightenment. This simple awareness, this simple wakefulness, not involved in what arises. And it's not involved because he has decided, I won't be involved. It's not involved because he sees it for what it is. He knows the TV is a TV. It's only in your dreams that somebody comes out of the TV and tries to choke you or something. In this, there is nothing to be removed. This is so profound. I'm going to start crying in a minute. In this, there is nothing to be removed. There's no improvement to be made. You don't have to improve yourself. This is the natural state. This is actually the meaning of Dzogchen, by the way. I'll go into that some, maybe on a Wednesday. There is nothing to be removed, nor anything that needs to be added. That's it. It is merely the immaculate looking naturally at itself. Present, wakeful awareness. So that's his poem. I'll send that on to you. If you like, I can answer questions, or we can do something else, whatever you like. Okay, Bridget, you need to go. Yeah. Hey.
Hey, Martin.
Yes, Marie Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose what catches me on the when you about the feeling, it's not a feeling. The word rest and relax I associate with kind of the physical relaxing and resting. So the broader awareness, like being aware of attention or not being unrelaxed, it's all part of the display then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting as well too, you know, like one of the things, I hope I'm not going to insult, but one of the things is there's actually two types of meditation posture. There's the meditation posture that has to do with controlling your mind. It's quite rigid, you know. It's quite a rigid posture. And then there's a posture that has to do with freeing your mind. And it is very relaxed. And yet there's little subtleties. Okay, and not stiff. It's ease in your body. There's like an ease and a dignity. Your back is straight, but not stiff. It's not West Point, not West Point. Back is straight, but not stiff, relaxed. Dignity. Awake. And the other little things, like the thing about your teeth, your mouth open, your eyes open, all that kind of stuff. So that's the other posture. And that's the one. You notice I don't go on about posture so much. That's why. Because this has not to do with controlling what arises in your mind. This has more to do with abiding in wisdom, abiding in seeing the nature of things. I'll tell you, Mary Claire, will cut this out or not? I can cut it out if you like. I can't hear you.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I tell you, if you got what I was trying to communicate, you're one lucky bugger. Only thing is that I have it written down here. With practice, when you practice this, it might be possible to be present for a significant amount of time. But that's not usual. It's usually not possible to be like that for a significant amount of time because we've been so trained in grasping. You know yourself, you're just sitting there with nothing to do and you want something to do. Am I right? You're kind of uncomfortable just to do nothing. Oh, I have to do something. Right? So that's why I say, okay, your mind says, oh, you must do something. Okay, feel your breath. And then just let go. Then your mind will go, come on, do something. Okay, feel your breath. Then stop. Don't go on too long. Do you understand? Stop. Just relax. Mind comes up again. Do the same thing again. Slowly, catchy monkey. There's no...
Martin?
Yeah, please, Cecily.
Just when Mary Claire asked the question, she was asking about relax and release. And Mary Claire, you said something about it all being part of the display then. Attention all being part of the display. Can you say something about that? Like, my understanding is that the awareness...
what I was particularly thinking about the instruction relax or just rest. So in my awareness, sometimes I'm not feeling relaxed, but resting in the awareness of all that it stops me focusing in on maybe being, like I notice, very intense. So the awareness is wider than all that. I think it was as well Emer's question, is it a feeling?
Yeah.
We're looking for this nice relaxed feeling.
Yeah.
And sometimes that relaxed feeling. But you associate being relaxed with being physically relaxed.
Yeah. That's very clear. Thanks very much. If you notice you're feeling tense, it's like you said, Martin, if you're feeling dull, if you're dull and stupid.
And you know it. Isn't there
if you're not stupid, clap your hands.
That's it, that's the one, yeah.
It's like, and that's awareness.
And here's the thing, you see, here's the thing. Don't follow after it. Don't try to correct. Don't try to fix it. I think you really got it, Mary Claire. Don't follow after it. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to make it go away. Why? Because it will. You don't have to do anything. This is actually in the Dzogchen. There's two main practices in the Dzogchen called Tekche and Togyal. And it actually has to do with people who have different different personalities, maybe personalities or inclinations, yeah. And the Tekche one is for the lazy person. So you can guess where these teachings are coming from. So but it actually has. Anyway, I'll save that for some Wednesday. I'm fairly happy with what we've done so far. I always worry, that I'll lead you astray, but I think this is pretty good. Yeah, I am actually, Marin. I am. I always worry a little bit like that. Right, I'm all ears again, or we can say goodbye, or whatever you like.
Martin?
Yes.
I just remembered something that I read, Thich Nhat Hanh said, feelings are like clouds on a windy day, they come and go, and then he says, conscious breathing is my anchor.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that is a little bit more related to controlling your mind. You notice here what Mary Claire is talking about is you're not even trying to control it. It's enough to be able to see it. It's different. Now, there's nothing wrong. It's all very well for me to be sitting up on my, what do you call it? My high throne. It's all very well for me to be saying, oh yeah, you don't need to control your mind. Look, if your mind is bloody at you, you need to control it. If it's a problem, you need to do something about it. And it could be as simple as simply feeling your breath and then letting go. It's not that you don't use these techniques, but this is